Chimeratech Rampage Dragon. A fusion summon of this card can only be done with the above fusion material monsters, 2 or more Cyber Dragon monsters. When this card is fusion summoned, you can target a number of spell and trap cards on the field up to the number of fusion materials used with this card, destroy them. This effect is good and all, but I just have a problem with an effect like this on a fusion monster, because you have to get to the point where you can summon this, because it does require at least 2 Cyber Dragon monsters. It can be Sway, Dre, and Core, original Cyber Dragon, that's great. But then on the other hand, you're probably playing Space and Night Beam or some combination of both or either or whatever. So Rampage Dragon probably won't be doing a whole lot of heavy lifting, because it's not exactly smart to rely on an effect like this where you have to fusion summon, which requires more cards, and depending on what your opponent has, it could be really bad or not too good. I mean, destroying spell and traps are great, especially if and or when your opponent is playing some battle-related traps, Dimensional Prison, Mirror Force, things like that. And I guess depending on your hand, you could summon Rampage Dragon because it does act as spell and trap removal. You can play this and clear the back row, then maybe summon a Cyber Twin Dragon. I don't know. The main draw to this card to me, 2 Cyber Dragon monsters. So you don't have to summon Cyber Dragon's Way and reveal the spell. So that's great. Once per turn, you can send up to 2 Light Machine type monsters from your deck to your graveyard. In addition to this card's normal attack, it can attack once more for each monster sent to the graveyard by this effect during each battle phase this turn. This is still 2100, and it's a dark, not a light, so you cannot honest. Now at 2. But in the TCG, I guess it's a good thing that we have Regeki Legal and 2 Dark Hole. And I guess Snatch Steal. So in theory, you should have enough ways to clear your opponent's monsters, and you get to attack for, damn, that's a lot. So if you send 2 Light Machine monsters, that's what, 63? On to Cyber Dragon Infinity. You can also Xyz summon Cyber Dragon Infinity once per turn by using a Cyber Dragon Nova you control as material. This card gains 200 attack for each material attached to it. Once per turn, you can target one face-up attack position monster on the field. Attach it to this card as a face-up Xyz material. Once a turn, during either player's turn, when a card effect activates, you can detach one material from this card, negate the activation if you do destroy it. My question is how often do you summon Cyber Dragon Nova? I could only imagine that it don't happen often. Does this give people more of an incentive to summon Cyber Dragon Nova just to upgrade into Cyber Dragon Infinity? Maybe. I wouldn't be surprised, because this is really good. It negates effects. A face-up spell, a trap, or a monster activates, you can negate that shit and destroy it. That's great. It gains attack. You use 2 materials for Cyber Dragon Nova, and then you upgrade into Infinity. That's plus 600, so it's 27. And then you can just snatch attack position monster, which is going to more likely be your opponent's shit, so that clears the field. All good stuff. But again, this is 2100. I know it's retaining the stats of the original Cyber Dragon. I get that. But that type of thing does matter. I don't want people thinking that I think this stuff is bad or not good, because it's really great. I kept asking, how often do you summon Cyber Dragon Nova in a Cyber Dragon deck? In my experience, you do not summon Nova that much, because the majority of the time, you're power bonding into Twin. The one thing that I say that Cyber Dragons need are just more Cyber Dragon cards, because there's Core, there's Way, there's Dre, and then there is regular Cyber Dragon. You have Proto Cyber, but that card sucks, but it is a Cyber Dragon. I mean, other than that, shit's perfectly fine with me. So, I'd like to thank everybody for watching. Appreciate that shit. If you want to support me or something, all I ask is that you spend literally seconds out your day and click an advertisement. The money I make from you doing that primarily goes to me paying rent to live here. And I'd be grateful and appreciative if you could find some time to help a brother out.